Hello? Okay. Hi. Welcome to this next one in the stream, whatever this is. Okay. So that sounds like it's working. Let me know volume levels and stuff. I can adjust that on the go. I have both Twitch and YouTube chats open, so if you want to say hi, say hi. So yeah, what are we even doing? It's a good question, really. So, no. The purpose, really, of this stream is to get some music going, really. Write some music regularly, once a week for about an hour, 2 hours, and basically just mess around with nanoloop and get some cool stuff going. So, oops. Yeah, I have this this thing. Oh no, the background didn't change. No. And yeah, so let me just explain my setup here. If you don't already know, this is nanoloop. It's a program for the Nintendo Game Boy Advance. So I'm using my Game Boy Advance with the Game Boy Player to control my GameCube, which is running nanoloop 2 on the GameCube. So that's how you're able to see it. So that's my setup, really, and then I have a microphone, lapel mic, and headphones, so there's no feedback. And I'm going to be writing some music, and if you have any questions you can ask me. You can see my working process if you want to. This seemed pretty interesting to some people when I asked if they'd like to see it. I've done, I think, 4 or 5 streams before with varying levels of success, and they were probably 6 months or more ago now. So now that I'm kind of... Hi Ashley, how are you doing? Yeah, so now that I'm kind of looking for work at the moment, because I just graduated, I have some time on my hands. Hi little jelly cat. Yeah, so if I say hi to people and you can't see them, they might be in the other chat. At the moment, I haven't got the chat on the stream. I'm working towards that. I haven't had too much time to prepare all this. I had some big technical issues before I went on today, which is why some things might not work, and I was a little late starting. So yeah, I had to switch from Windows to Mac because my Windows computer wouldn't recognize the capture card, even though I tested it about a week ago now and it was fine. So yeah, so anyway, I should probably get started. So yeah, again, like I said, this is nanoloop 2, and these are like my files on here. I can't play all of these. I'm not going to play all of these because some of these are from unreleased material. Well, a lot of this is unreleased material, so you won't be able to hear that, unfortunately. I might play little bits here and there, but mainly it's all stuff that I can't play you right now. So, but this one I can, obviously. So I've been working on this for a few days, here and there, and let me know if my voice you can hear my voice over the music as well. I can adjust levels, or you want to not have me speak, and then I can just play the music a bit more. So yeah, so at the moment I have this. I'm going to play this through all the way, and then you can tell me what you like and don't like. And there's one bit particularly where I don't like the melody. I want to change it completely. So let's just run through this very quickly, and we'll get going. Vocoders, I'm afraid, will not be possible on this stream, actually. Okay, here we go. I don't like too much. So that's all I have for that song at the moment. Yeah, so I think I do need to break it down. So actually, I usually was just saying break it down. Yeah, so it needs something else, not that melody. If we look here, so this 7/8, so the 7/7/8/8 7/7/8/8 melody on this line here. It's boring, pretty much, I think. A gate, like a filter, or like a chopped gate. So Ashley was just saying, yeah, I'm gonna try and sort this like double chat thing out for next time. I think I think I'm using Restream. I think that was the service name. I'm not sure. I think that combines comments and stuff. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so on off. Yeah, I'll try it. The other chat is on Twitch, so I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the moment. I've only had one comment in Twitch at the moment, so YouTube is kind of like winning for comments. So yeah, that's a problem I need to fix. But actually, this seems quite fast to stream. Actually, I think there's only about 15-second delay at the moment, which is pretty good. So it just means that when I can speak, we can speak with little delay, which is very nice. Yeah, nice. So yeah, I think so. Gate, as in like volume gates, like that's going to be hard to do on nanoloop, especially because so these pink squares are squares I've used up. Okay, cool. Hi Andy. Okay, so most people are going to YouTube. It seems. So yeah, I don't know. I'm streaming to Restream, and then that's like splitting out the streams to other things, so I can't guarantee the service. I have tested this for about half an hour and it seemed good. Yeah, thanks Homeless Ninja. Looking aesthetic AF. Nice. Yeah, so nanoloop's banks basically, so like these are kind of banks here. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I kind of did a thing in Photoshop and Blender a bit. Those trees aren't actual trees. There's a Photoshop plugin for trees. I didn't know that until the other day. And then the sky is like a space effect blended in. I actually completely stole this look from Little Scale's nanoloop streams because it was a really cool layout, and I was like, well, okay, I'm gonna do something similar, not exactly the same, and yeah. So check out Little Scale. He's done some awesome stuff. Not only just nanoloop chiptune stuff, he's done some really cool electronic key bits as well. So anyway, so nanoloop's banks. These blocks here, which are white. Sorry for the flickery screen, by the way. This video capture is cheap. These are banks which don't have anything in them. So if I press B and up, that is to load a bank on the fly, and that has nothing in it. If I go to this one over here, press B and up. So this is like the data in the bank loaded onto the S channel here. So yeah, so the gate that Ashley was saying, the on-off, would be pretty difficult on this because I'll show you how this works. Let me just turn down the audio slightly, just so my voice can penetrate a bit. I'll just move the microphone up a little bit as well. Again, cheap mic as well, so apologies. Anyway, so if we look at the melody line at the moment, which I don't like anyway, I think I'm going to change it, but if we look at the melody line, we can see that this has, well, just this, and it's at half speed as well. So if I gate this, I would have to, well, this is a square wave, technically. So the gating wouldn't really work because I'd have to increase the tempo, which would mean redoing that whole pattern, which is fine. But it would also mean having to redo the whole melody and figure out the gating on it as well. Yeah, so this isn't like the CZs at all, really. So I don't know how many of you know Nanoloop's features very well, but Nanoloop has only 4 channels, like LSDJ, if you know LSDJ at all. So the Game Boy, Nanoloop is configured on the Game Boy Advance to use for to use 4 channels. Sorry. So you have the noise channel, which supports 8-bit and 16-bit noise, with some filtering, I think, as well, which is nice. That lets you have some really cool percussion on the noise channel, especially those claps. Oops. The S channel, I'm just going to run through the features here, by the way. The S channel here, this is kind of like your polyphony channel, so you can have up to 4 notes polyphony. And this is either FM with a modulation on... And the modulation is tied to the LFO on this. So you can do a lot with the S channel there. And the R and L channels, they're exactly the same. Oh, and sorry, the S channel also has, you can switch between FM and square with a low pass filter and a band pass filter. I say square, it's pulse wave, sorry. So yeah, R and L are exactly the same with exactly the same features as the S channel, apart from they are monophonic, and the LFO is fixed to the pitch, not the modulation or the pulse width. Thank you, Homeless Ninja. That is it's very kind of you. Send that to me when you're done, by the way. That would be awesome. Oh wait, hold on. This nanoloop screenshot or one that you found yourself? I mean, it's totally fine, whatever, but, you know, whatever. Just send it to me. I want to see it. It sounds pretty cool. Yeah, so yeah, there's no samples on nanoloop. There is on LSDJ. LSDJ has the capacity to have samples, but not... LSDJ doesn't have any FM, but that's the Game Boy in general. That's like the Game Boy to the Game Boy Color, like all the Game Boys in between. Obviously this is Game Boy Advance, so it's a bit different. Has far different capabilities than what the original Game Boy has. So anyway, yeah, this melody line. Yeah, I could maybe change it to a square, but I just don't like the way that the melody line sounds in general anyway. If I play that section again, here it is. Gotta wait for the grey dot to move. I mean, it's okay, but it's not fantastic. It could be better. Yeah, so this is an okay track, apart from when it gets to the melody line, I think. So I might start working on a different melody line here. So if we move this, so this is the song editor. This is where you can lay down all your saved patterns in this bank, and just press start and it will play back for you. Pretty much. You can also load them live, like I'm doing here. A lot of people like to use that. I like to use it sometimes, but I find that if I want to create really great sounding songs, like with a lot of detail and a lot of changes, then you know, loading banks like this is pretty awful, because you could do it one by one, But say like on this step here, this loads 6, 7, 4, and 3 all together, because 3 is a crash, 4 is the start of the bass line, 6 is kick and bass, and 7 is the melody here. But you couldn't load that all together here. You can only load like stripes or single, so like a strip, sorry. Now there have been occasions where if I find one here, so this stream is going to be all over the place. You realise that, I hope. So we'll get back to music writing in a minute, but I don't know how many people again know nanoloop very well, so I'm kind of explaining it as I go along. So this one here, I can load like straight up, so there's nothing in the song mode here at all. So I could just load this like now. Oops. Or not. Okay, here we go. So I can just press on load like, and then load the next one now. So this is really nice for live stuff, so I can go back if I want. And I can let this loop over however many times I want. And then we can go. And oh, you can mute on the fly as well. So or solo. So a lot of people like to use nanoloop like that. It's fun for sure. Hello, Frank. Frank, is it Angotti? Yeah, it is. Okay. I've always thought so. Frank Angotti is like this really cool guy. I've known him on the internet for a long time. This is 2.7 point something. It's the newest version, whatever's on the website, which is nanoloop.com or nanoloop.de. So yeah, a lot of people like to load up the banks like that. It's great, but as you can hear, like if I want a big build up, like I've got 6 patterns there, and I could probably optimize them and make them a bit better. But the problem for me doing this is, so it's the space. Like I'm used to a lot of space because I come from like trackers and like not sequencers. So trackers have tons and tons and tons of space, like so much space. And with especially nanoloop, it doesn't have any space at all. It has 16 banks, but not even 16 because 0 doesn't even count. So you have 15 banks and that's it. Great. So because 0 clears, okay, so you can't save anything in 0 here. You can only save from 1 onwards. Yeah, it does need more maximizer, and my Atari at the moment is still broken. So maximizer is a Atari SD program. Anyway, but we're using Game Boy tonight. So yeah, so my problem with this is just you see that? Okay, so those 3 patterns are exactly the same. Not that I would use up a lot of noise channel space, but I would quite like to use up. You see those 3, 4, 5, 6. Those 6 patterns are exactly the same. Now I could do more with them, obviously, but in this kind of like drum and bassy song, you need a big build up. And if I was like, I might redo this at some point. But anyway. So yeah, so that's the reason I don't like loading patterns up live like that. So yeah, I tend to use the song mode a lot more because it lets you do far more advanced things, in my opinion. I don't even know what this is. Not much. Oh, I think this is one which they actually load up live. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so just to say to Ashley here, you can almost use it like Notator, where you can repeat patterns without using data, because in the song mode, you know, I can repeat a pattern however many times I like, but not really, you know. So when I'm just like playing it live, like, you know, just loading it up. So when I'm just loading it up, then obviously you can't use it like Notator does, but when it's in the song mode, you know, I can repeat this pattern number 1 as many times as I want, up to, what is it, 15, I think 15 banks? Yeah. So I've got 15 banks of however many along the screen, and then I can just write the song there. So Frank Angiati says, so I'm guessing you prefer live mode over song mode, writing, playing wise. Yeah, so when I'm writing, for sure, I really like live mode. So that's the one exception. When I'm writing songs like this is unfinished. This is just something I was writing for a release, which is coming out in January, by the way. I've been saying it now and again, but not too long. But yeah, so when I'm writing, I quite like to use live mode. So, you know, because you can just clone elements as well, like, and that's easy. And then I can figure out how many times I want to repeat something, and it's nice. So that's really great for writing, but when I'm coming to like polishing the track, especially like this one. Okay, so this is one from the January release, and I'll play you a little bit now, but I really shouldn't. But like, you can see here that stuff kind of gets a bit more complex. So you can see there's like drum loops repeated, I've got like fills, and let's just play a little bit, not too much. So there's a fill here. Only a little bit, like a skip, you know, it's not much, but doing that live would be almost impossible. And then we come into like this completely different section, but I want to keep this melody line from what we had before, and I'm not using much space. So this number 6 on the screen here that I got highlighted with the cursor is like brought into this whole other section. What mixer is that? There is no mixer. Go away, Connor. How are you doing? So yeah, I mean, yeah, no more. There are advantages of having it live. Like, you know, you can really quickly prototype stuff live, which is nice. So this, like, if I wanted to make a change, like bring the bass up or something. And then I can save that back now, really quick, but I can save the whole thing like that. So I can be now. So for writing, it's exceptionally good, but for playing live, I like to use okay, yeah, so yeah, like a little bit like that really. So when I'm writing with live mode, I kind of do that, which I just did. So I would kind of make some changes and then write it back down. So you can press A and down to write a whole, to write all of your channels back to nanoloop here. And then, so I've got this section and I've just written the thing, and I can kind of experiment, and I can, no, see that kind of sounds bad. I don't know what this is. I have so many little bits. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I forgot about that. So yeah, that's how I kind of write live really. It's kind of like, I listen to it, like, I load up whole block, make a change, write it down. And so don't worry, I have the beer here too. Oh, in song mode, right? So let's go back to the thing I was meant to be working on. Everything is everywhere, by the way. So this is the one. So when I'm writing in song mode, so there was a melody here. Let me just put it back quickly. This is a melody that I want to completely redo, because I just don't like it. Okay, so it's not good. So that sucks. So we've got those two melodies, and they're using the halftime tempo, which you can see the /2 on the screen, like in the corner. So that's using halftime as well. So let's go to the song mode. So the song mode is this funky icon here. Yeah, let's get rid of this melody. So bye melody, and we'll create a new melody. Let's use 9 and A. So let's just put in 9 for a minute, and we'll do it over this one because 5 here on the noise channel is a crash. So let's load up that. So that sounds okay. Yeah, I do. I think there is a plugin for OBS or something where I can write on the screen, but I don't know how. Although, actually, oh no, I'm not going to fuck around with it right now. So, this is another thing I really hate about nanoloop. So, I don't think there is a way to do it, but if I want to kind of come up, I can't do it from the note that I've put down. Like, if I want to slide up, I can't put it from the note that I put down, I think. So this, like, left-hand side bar here kind of changes the note slide from the bottom, and then it comes up. Yeah, the portamento. But you can't set it to, like, rise up afterwards, after the notes, I think. I mean, there might be a way. I'm not an nanoloop expert, I just use it. But that sounds okay. Yeah, it is quite 90s Eurodance. See, that's not bad. See, I can't quite like that. I think that's good. You can't set the time on this, Ashley, I think. Like, basically just throw out whatever you know about anything else, because nanoloop won't do exactly what you think it does. I found that quite a lot. So, also, yeah, excuse me, my setup tonight, I have some reverb in Logic, so the audio is being passed through Logic and then out through the stream. So that's why there's a little bit of reverb on the track. Nanoloop can't do reverb like that. You can try, but you'd have to synthesize it yourself, or make it yourself. So that's why that sounds like there's a little bit of reverb, because there is. So yeah, so I didn't mind that. I thought that sounded all right. Obviously it needs more, expanding. So all right, Ashley. A cat sound. That would be pretty good. Yeah. So just detour again. nanoloop Mono came out fairly recently as well, and that's pretty good. I would love to stream with mono, but I have no way of capturing it at the moment because mono doesn't work with the Super Game Boy for the SNES, and it doesn't work with the Game Boy Player for the GameCube either. The only way to do it is to have some sort of modded Game Boy with a video output, and there are modded Game Boys kits available for VGA, and I have a VGA capture card, and I have this shitty composite device as well. So I can go Game Boy screen to VGA to composite through this onto the stream, so it'll probably look like crap, but it would work. But at the moment I can't find a VGA kit for sale because they're all sold out. So yeah, when I can find one and find the time to mod one as well, I will also include nanoloop mono on these streams, but for now I can't do that without a webcam pointing to the thing, which is okay, but I'd much rather have it like proper video. So anyway, yeah, let's get back to this. Ooh, thanks. If you have one spare, that would be cool. This would be nice for a build-up. You can do sort of fake delays though, which is nice. So if we just solo this for a minute. So what's that? 3? 1, 2, 3. So yeah, that kind of adds in some nice nice little elements of change. Okay. I think maybe I need to change the volumes on the delay a bit more as well. Because we have a lot of stuff going on. Oh. Okay. I thought I overwrote a pattern there. Damn. Okay, so we need to move on to something else, so that's good for one pattern only. Okay. Shut up! Okay. So let's just remove the delay. Okay, so that's super simple, but we can work with this for now. That's fine. Okay. And obviously I'll put the delay back in a minute. Okay, so that sounds a bit too short. Like, you know, there's not enough melody going on. Nah. I'm not very good at melodies, by the way. This might have been an awful choice for this stream. Yeah? Okay, I'll try that. Ah, okay. That sounds pretty good. Thanks, Frank. Okay. I'm gonna add the delay in here because I can't hear what the hell's going on now. Okay, so let me just turn this down for a minute. Okay, so Ashley asks, which is the best Game Boy Advance? The Game Boy Advance or the Game Boy Advance SP? I mean, and the Game Boy Micro, I think you should include that one as well. So let me just stop this for a sec. So yeah, I mean, that's quite a good question. I mean, which is the better Game Boy? That's a pretty hard question, really. This is probably quite a much debated question as well, because so this Game Boy at the moment, this has no modifications. This, apart from it has a really nice screen. I bought this on eBay for really cheap because these backlit screens, like LCD screens, sorry, or LED, whatever they are, it's pretty tough. Now, this is my main Game Boy. Excuse the fingerprints all over the screen. It's a glass screen, and glass screens suck for fingerprints. So I modded this one myself. I put in the backlit screen, which is super nice, and I also added in, well, you will probably never be able to see this, but let's try it anyway. The autofocus on this camera is appalling. So you can see it right here though. This is a line out mod for the Game Boy Advance. There is room to do it on Game Boy Advance, but there is no room really to do it on the Game Boy Advance SP unless like you really hack into it. So you could remove like the link port or the charging port and charge your batteries elsewhere on the Game Boy Advance SP. But if you want a line out, which gives you honestly the best audio possible, then I would probably recommend one of these. And the button layout is really good as well. But I haven't used the micro for nanoloop. So Frank is saying it's the micro. I think with the headphone jacks, out of all of them, it probably is the micro. But if you want a line out, the Game Boy Advance has room inside the case for these modifications, just about. I did have to hack quite a lot of plastic out for this though, and I ended up cutting the cartridge port connector a little bit. It's fine, it still works, but it's not great. Not on this one, on my other one I cut the cartridge port connector inside the slot here. But yeah, so okay, it is the micro apparently. So someone did a sound test. Yeah, so the the line out modded Game Boy Advance is a fairly new thing. It's kind of come about because I was asking Triac and Joe Bleeps how to do it, and they both gave me two different ways of doing it, because Triac asked this other guy and Joe found it out himself, and I kind of combined the two, like this placement for the 3.5mm jack here. You can do RCA out on the top, which is probably better, but because I do use this connector for the Game Boy player a bit, then I use that. And I would prefer RCAs. I think anyone I've ever had this conversation with knows that I really like RCAs. So I did this mod a long time ago on my Game Boy Color. Oh, there's the autofocus, nice. And these are two RCA jacks on the bottom here, and they're line outs on the Game Boy Color as well. Actually, the sound isn't too bad. You just got to boost the bass a bit on the Game Boy Color. So yeah, Game Boy Micro unmodded, Game Boy Advance if you can mod, or get someone to mod it yourself. I think Joe Bleeps put up a tutorial recently with because I did my own research as well, and I found that there are actually much easier solder points on the board elsewhere than both of the other tutorials. Sorry. Autofocus. Alright, whatever. Yeah, so I think Joe Bleeps put up a tutorial fairly recently. If not, I can probably help you out if you need that information. But yeah. So yeah, Game Boy Micro for no mods, Game Boy with mods. 2 seconds, sorry. I screwed up the camera. Okay, whatever. So yeah, thanks Frank. I didn't know about the Game Boy Micro, but yeah. So anyway, yeah, let's get back to this. So that one needs to go there. About there. Sure. No, so I'll explain about how to get the software off the cartridges in a minute. Depending on what software you're using, it's different for everyone. Oop. Let me know if the audio cuts every now and again, because I'm getting that. And I don't think it's on the stream, but it might be just for me. Okay, so I don't think I can repeat these. I can repeat this one? Yeah. One, two, okay. Yeah, I think that's all I can do for the delay on that. Okay, so that sounds quite nice. I quite like that. It might be a bit busy, but it's quite nice. Yeah, Pro Standard GBA is really nice. Okay, so I'll play a little bit more of some unreleased stuff, which is being released soon. And I will show you how super fat the sound is. I don't think I've put anything up on SoundCloud yet with the Pro Sounded stuff actually, but where's the file? Yeah, soon. Can the output from a Game Boy be routed into other programs? Yes, so that's what I'm doing at the moment. So my setup tonight, I've explained this before, but for anyone who's joined the stream since, it's Game Boy Advance controlling a Game Boy player, which is on the GameCube, which is over there in the corner, and that's got like the guts of Game Boy Advance in it basically, and that can run my software, so I can capture the output of that, and I'm capturing the output of that into my software. So the video is being captured on a capture card, the audio is just the output from the GameCube running the Game Boy player that would normally go to your TV, and I'm capturing that into my audio interface, which is going into the DAW, and then all of this is being combined for the stream. So you can, no problem, but you need some sort of audio interface in between. It's just like any other bit of like microphone or whatever, it's just an audio output. There's nothing digital about what I'm doing tonight. It's all, I mean, obviously there is some digital stuff, but in terms of like audio, it's not MIDI, it's not anything like that. It is all the Game Boy's sound synthesizer being programmed, and then that audio going into my other equipment. So yeah, about the fat sound of the... there is a sync as well. It is possible to sync using the nanoloop USB MIDI adapter, or what the hell are they called? Arduino Boy. So there's something called an Arduino Boy, which is like a do-it-yourself kit, and that allows for sync. Nanoloop has built-in standard MIDI sync as well, so you just need to construct a cable using a MIDI jack and a Game Boy Advance lead. Or if you're using nanoloop 1, like on your original Game Boy, you need a different lead depending on your cartridge, your link connector. So if you're using nanoloop 1, then you can use that. But yeah, so the Arduino Boy I wouldn't recommend. I haven't tested it since the new update to Arduino Boy, but the old software at least never worked for me. It would sync for a moment and then it would completely go out of whack. But if you use one of these, this absolutely will not focus. I guarantee you. I don't know. No, absolutely not. So this little thing here, you can buy this off the nanoloop website where you get nanoloop. So this end is USB, this end is your Game Boy link cable, and this is used to program the cartridges. If there's a software update or you need to grab your files off the cartridge or put them back on, you can use this. And it also presents itself as a MIDI device for any DAW to sync to as well, like USB MIDI device. So you can only do tempo sync. There is no note sync. There are no MIDI notes. There is nothing else apart from MIDI sync using this device and grabbing your files off and software updates and that. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so if Frank drops a link into the YouTube chat, that would be really cool. The Teensy Boy is the one that I used actually. I've also used the Arduino Boy as well, and neither of them for me, I couldn't get them to sync on nanoloop for some reason. Again, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But yeah, this is the second generation adapter, I think, for the official adapter from nanoloop.com, and like for any syncing or anything at all for nanoloop, I would recommend this. The cool thing about this as well is that if you have LSDJ, you can use it as, I think you can use it as a sync device for LSDJ. Don't quote me on that though, but I'm pretty sure there is a way to do that. Again, don't quote me on this, I haven't checked, but I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that someone got that working. Yeah, and there is no MTC either, if anyone reads Ashley's comment there. It's not MTC, it's just MIDI clock. Completely different things. I have experienced this dilemma many times. I'm not going to get into that story, but there was some documentation somewhere and it said, oh yeah, we do MTC. So I built my software, I needed to interface with this thing, and it was all awful. So yeah, MIDI clock only and transferring files using that. And actually, I should clarify as well, even using the other ways, the Teensy Boy and the Arduino Boy, you can't do any MIDI note stuff or anything else apart from syncing with those either. Yeah, this is basically a sales pitch for nanoloop at the moment. Yeah, it's super easy with the new adapter using Chrome. I could easily send Sam my files right now and get it on his cart in seconds. Haha. Yeah, it's true. It's true. The MIDI adapter is super quick. But you know, it's like MIDI sysx stuff. So if you ever transferred sysx patches, Okay, it's probably going to be slower than that still because they are really quite big and complex files compared to sysx patches. So yeah. Oh, okay. So it might not. So there you go, Frank. You can be a moderator now. I'm pretty sure you can post links. Okay, so yeah. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was going to find you that file. Okay, so this is Chemical. This is on my upcoming release Flow in January. There's going to be some promo about it in the next couple of months. And yeah, so I can't tell you any more about that yet, apart from it's going to be about 45 minutes. It's going to be a physical release on cassette, which is pretty nice. And there's going to be a limited edition of 80 cassettes. And each one of those will have a limited edition sticker in there as well. Yeah, so that's a little bit about the new album. I can't really tell you anything more right now, but it is finished. The files have been sent, and I'm pretty sure there's stuff happening, but I don't do any of that stuff. It's all the label, which will remain mysterious at this very time. So yeah, this is okay. So you can't. Not soon. I said January. Yeah, so although this isn't through the Pro Sounded Game Boy Advance, I can't really show you that right now because of this setup, but I am going to try and Pro Sounds the Game Boy Player at some point, which should be pretty interesting because I don't think anyone's done it yet. It should be fairly easy as well. So yeah, but you can make some pretty fat kick drums and sounds, and it sounds fantastic through the Pro Sounded stuff. It also sounds pretty good through this, I'm not gonna lie. My first recording of this song was through the Game Boy Player, and the only EQ that I've got on at the moment is just a little bit of a high boost, because nanoloop kind of falls short on the highs sometimes, so that's all I've got going on. The rest of it is flat. So let's play a little bit of this. Put your headphones on too. I think Connor's had this one before, for sure. Bye, Frank. Thanks for joining. So this is now with the kick drum out. Okay, yeah, so that's just like the one kick drum there, which is pretty much doing all the bass. Just that one channel. It's pretty heavy. It sounds heavier live, because I boost stuff live. But yeah, it will sound pretty heavy on the album too. So anyway, that is some kind of cool stuff that you can do with bass on nanoloop, because nanoloop has like a whole other octave that the original Game Boy doesn't have, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I need to get a new capture card, by the way. That's why this is all flickering. This one has given me so much trouble, but it was like £20, I think, which is zero money at all. So for like video capture equipment anyway. So yeah, let's get back to this melody. This needs to happen. So okay. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do like the crappiest cheat ever and just copy that pattern because it's fine. And then we have like a rising melody to bring it back round. I don't know what I'm talking about. So yeah, we're an hour into the stream. Pretty fun stuff. I actually have not been looking at the viewer count at all, and quite honestly, it doesn't really matter because this is just to get me writing regularly. There's a fly. Yeah, so this is just to get me writing regularly, pretty much. amazingly, I'm going to be doing a secondary stream on Sundays as well, but not nanoloop. It's going to be for my audiovisual software, Mod V, and it's going to be just development stream of me doing that. So I'm going to spend specifically 2 hours every single week doing music and Mod V. I think with that combination of like streaming and schedule, then if I can stick to it, brilliant. If I can't, well, never mind. But you know, at least I tried. So yeah, I'm going to be trying to do this every single week until I get bored of it, basically, or you get bored of it. So yeah, let's write this other bit of melody, copy and paste it, and then see what the rest of it sounds like. Okay, maybe. We can try this. No! That's terrible. And then I just need to add the delays back in, I guess. So I guess that's that. Okay, so delay for this one's going to be pretty difficult. 1, 2. Oh man. Yeah, this is a tough one. I think that's it. Damn. So yeah, with nanoloop as well, you kind of got to be careful of where the loop point is, because if you've got stuff with half time, it kind of screws stuff up. Yeah, it's a good melody, but not for here. I mean, basically, I was just gonna change this bass, I guess. I don't know, maybe it's too busy as well. Yeah, so the loop point now, like, the last loop is the start. Never mind. Oh. I just overwrote a pattern. Amazing. Oh dear. Well, that sucks. There's no way to undo either. It's just, that's gone. So where the little melody came in, that's now the same as the middle bit. Great. I can't even remember what it sounded like now. I mean, I guess I could just rewind. Oh dear. Well, that really sucks. Okay, well... What, is it too low now? Okay. Well... Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cheat, and because I amazingly had this stream running, I'm going to rewind later on, not in the stream, and I'm going to rebuild that and maybe come back to it next time. But for now, I'm going to go through some other stuff and maybe just show you some things instead. Yeah, so the stream is recorded. It's recorded on YouTube, and every time I start and stop the stream, it will create a video for me of the stream. Excuse me. And yeah, it won't be recorded to Twitch, but it will be recorded to YouTube, I think. It may be recorded to Twitch, but I cannot remember my settings at all. So yeah. Yeah, so I recently did a thing called Chip Battles, and it was against two guys from, well, one from the US, one from Canada, JK Lol and Fuzzy Proxy. And yeah, so it was me and Oracle against them. And if you don't know what a chip battle is, it's basically chip musicians, or musicians using old hardware, making chiptune, and they battle, and the audience divides. It's kind of like a rap battle, and the audience has to decide a winner on the night, but you decide when you watch the video yourself. So you don't know who won, but we won. We totally won. Yeah, so this round was quite special because it was the first 2v2, and it was the first international chip battle as well. And also, I think it was the first nanoloop chip battle, and it was also the first chip battle with nanoloop and a Game Boy together, and it was, yeah. So it broke a lot of stuff, and Game Face run that. They're a cool collective in Manchester, or cool thing in Manchester. Yeah, totally. Well, I can't actually increase the volume of my voice at the moment. Whoa, sorry. I could do that and see if that helps. Yeah, so I could decrease the volume of the audio when that's playing there. Sure. Sorry, that was a comment on Twitch. The YouTube chat is a bit more active. So yeah, and yeah, so I wrote some stuff really quickly on the day, and we won with this, so I'll play you a little bit of these. So it was just to win, really. Like, nothing amazing, but it won it. But there are two other tracks as well, so I'll play those as well. So yeah, I mean, that was the first track, and it's really simple. Like, this is how many patterns there are, So 3 patterns here, 3 patterns here. This is the drum track for the whole track. Awful. And then there's the noise channel as well. So on each round of this battle as well, we had different tempos, which is pretty difficult to manage, but I think I managed quite well. So then this is the second round that I did. Again, faster tempo, second round. round had different lengths as well. Hey, Havoc's on Twitch. So yeah, we're streaming to YouTube and to Twitch. At the moment, the YouTube chat has been much more active than the Twitch chat. But yeah, sweet. So like, this is just the bass line here. It's a bit squelchy, which is quite nice. But it's just like a filtered square. So you might hear that. And then you have the other bit. Really close to the mic now. Yeah, we have this bit as well, which is like... pretty much the same thing. So yeah, so that was the second round, and then the third round is gone. There we go. This is the third round. So this was like the fastest round and the hardest round for me because I don't really write that fast. This was 178, I think. So let's go. 174. I think it was meant to be 175, but nanoloop doesn't go to 175, it goes to 174 and 176. I missed the loop. Hey, laser bleep. And I'll show you the secret of the nanoloop cowbell. It's not a secret. Whoa. Okay. Oh, are you still at work, Havoc? Okay, so for everyone who has joined recently, 2 chats, one on Twitch, and one on YouTube. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to try and work to get them combined for the next one. Sorry. Yeah, so yeah, the nanoloop cowbell, it's not a secret, it's just really funny how I kind of came to find it. That wasn't it. It's not even really cowbell, it's more like ride. But it's a nice sound. I wish it involved cows. So it's basically just like, this is on the L channel. You need to do this on the L channel because you need this slight pitch bend. Well, you don't really. But it kind of helps. And then you have a very, very high resolution modulation. Well, fairly high resolution. See, that one even sounds much better. Yeah, I guess triangle is better. But you can get some nice sounds. Wow. Okay, so apparently my beard is not popular on Twitch. Wow, beards are not cute, hashtag. Okay. Sorry. It's here to stay for a while. In fact, oh damn. So yeah, I mean, I was writing music earlier. I don't know if anyone was in for that. I mean, there were a few, but I mean, who's just joined, if you saw that or not. But I overwrote a pattern and I really... God damn. There's a lot of beard hate going on. No, it's not really even a beard, it's just face hair. I mean, there's nothing here, like, you can see my neck, you know? It's not a beard, it's just, it's here. So yeah, I was writing this track, but I overwrote a thing because I'm an idiot, and I need to watch the stream back for when it's recorded and rebuild, because I'm not going to do that on stream because everyone will get sick and tired of the melody. So I'm just kind of going through little bits here and there, showing people what to do. Not what to do, but what you can do, I guess. There's also been a couple of little previews from the new release in January. What's this one? This is another little preview, really. So it's going to be kind of like electro house, techno house sort of stuff. This isn't a preview, this is just something. Oh yeah, this was the cowbell bit. So I changed some stuff, and then this happened, and I was like, damn, that's cool. So now we have this cool thing. Wow, Jelly Math and Jelly Cat really don't like the beard. I'm sorry. So yeah, cowbell. That's the file that I found it in. Just mucking around. Oh wow. Yeah. Wow. Squidgy. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what to do now. I really screwed up by overwriting that pattern, and that was the whole point of the episode, was to write a melody. I don't know. I'm just kind of showing and telling now. It's pretty... This is the lowest point of the stream, apart from when I actually overwrote the pattern. So yeah, I mean, if you want to know anything, ask a question. Like anything, just ask. I mean, obviously not anything, but anything. I wonder if I'll get a copyright strike. So yeah, I was doing this cover a while back and I kind of forgot to finish it. Everyone knows the cover though. I mean, I hope everyone knows it. Maybe I should finish this next time. It'd be great if I planned what I did next time as well. That would be really good. Ooh. So yeah, at this point, I'm just doing nothing. Okay, maybe we can do something else on that other song, you know, which isn't the melody. Because I'm an idiot. So let's just listen through for a moment, and we'll see what we've got, see what we can do, and then if not, I'll figure something out. I don't think it's raining. No. that number 9, the start of the melody was meant to be there, but obviously I overwrote that earlier, so it kind of fucked up. Okay, so I mean, yeah, that's not sounding too bad. But yeah, I can introduce the settings on this menu for sure. So there are a few. So this was a question by JellyMath on Twitch, and yeah, I can totally do that. So if you're unfamiliar with nanoloop, this is great for you because I totally know what all the settings are. So let's okay, so this is roughly what you would hear. Let's turn the reverb off. So this is roughly what you'd get when you first boot up nanoloop. So this first icon here, this changes the attack and delay. So and the volume of the note. So each note you can set the parameters on. So that is the first icon. The second icon is the note itself. So we can change it. We can change the octave. And the third one is LFO. Now on the two first channels, I said this earlier, but I'll say it again. On the two first channels, R and L, this LFO is attached to the pitch. So this is like portamento. So you can do a lot with the pitch there. If you press start on this as well, you can get a continuous, like vibrato even. So let's extend this. So when the shape is above the line, you get this continuous thing, and it doesn't get reset, so you can hear each note is different. Okay. Yeah, so it's slightly different. But if we reset it down here, it's always the same vibrato. It resets the oscillation. So that's that icon on the R and L channels. So then we have this icon here. So this changes your sound, like the actual sound. So at the moment we're on a pulse wave, and we can change less filter, more filter, and then width of the wave. So this is thinner, like a really thin sound, fat sound down here. If you press L, you get the same thing, but the filter is a bandpass filter. So that's quite useful. If you press start, you get a frequency modulation. So they are your available sounds on nanoloop, on the first two channels at least. Then the last icon here changes your step timing. So let me put down a few steps here. So for you. So this changes the delay of the step. Really nice for swing. It's like really cool stuff. So those are your main 5 options. Then on the second option screen, if you press select, you can switch between the two. This first one lets you load and save stuff. The second one is the song screen, so where I put all my little banks. This third one is, what is this? So you can set the notes to reverse, or ping pong I think it is, which is pretty cool, I think. I've never used it. It would be pretty nice to use though. I think it also randomizes your pattern if you use it. I can't remember. Is it not? I can't remember what that is. So that's like ping pong on the steps. I thought that was a randomizer as well. Is it not? Any nanoloop guys in here know anything about this? I thought that was randomized as well. Maybe this one's randomized. No, so with this one you can shift. If we look at this, like you can shift the whole pattern. If I put it on the note view, you might be able to see a bit better. So it actually moves the pattern entirely, like one step. So that's really good if you need to change the position of the pattern. That's really, really cool. Oh, and you can, on this one as well, if you press B out and up and down, you can change the size of the pattern. So you could technically make a waltz, which is nice, or something which uses 5 steps or 6 steps or 7 steps, or any other amount of steps which aren't 16, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I thought that was a randomizer. This one here, maybe it's taken out. I don't know. I've used it before, but anyway. So that's pretty much that. And then this this icon at the end is your step division. So I'll go back onto here. So at the moment we're running at half steps. So every step is like half the original step. If we take this off, so it's like double time, half time, quarter time, eighth time, and that's as low as you can go. And then side to side is your tempo. It's also the sync options as well. So if I press B and A, that's now waiting for a sync signal. And then it's got some other options as well, which I'm not going to go into, but if I press start again, then it has its internal tempo. So that's pretty much the first 2 channels. The options are exactly the same for the S and the N channel, but they sound different. So you have this option on the S channel changes the modulation or the pulse width of your sound, not the pitch. So this is like your average house bass. Or deep house bass, I guess. Kind of there. So, but on the S channel as well, you can do polyphony. Nice. Or you could so the S channel does quite a lot of that, and then the noise channel is 16 and 8-bit noise, so your average Game Boy noise and the Game Boy Advance noise. So that's quite nice as well. And on the RNL channels, you can't do polyphony, but you can do arpeggios, so Oops. Let's take it off half time. And then so you can do nice, quick arpeggios. So yeah, that's pretty much like a really amazingly quick. I'm sorry if you didn't catch a lot of that. Very, very quick overview of what all of the little icons do in nanoloop. I hope that clears some stuff up. You can always look at the manual as well on nanoloop.com. It's a very easy to follow manual, I found. So if you're still confused, nanoloop.com, go to the nanoloop 2 page and find the manual. Hello Frank. Yeah, mono is a bit odd. There's a lot on mono which you can't do. So yeah, Frank Anghiotti, he's on the YouTube chat. He just got mono today. It is a pretty funky bit of software. Yeah, pretty cool piece of software though. I've done some pretty cool stuff already with it, but I can't really show you because again I've got nowhere to record the output of the screen on that just yet. So yeah, I mean, we could go back to this. That's a bit fast, sorry. So we could do some work on this. I mean, ignoring the stupid melody, which I screwed up, it'll be okay. Okay, so on this like break here, or break, I don't know, we kind of want some more claps. So we kind of want no, we don't want that. That's quite nice. Let's put that in here. Unmute the channel. Okay, in now. So yeah, that's quite nice. I like that break. Fill. Break. I don't know. But we also need to change the kind of like piano chord stab after that, because we have this one, I think it is. That's not the one that I was using, 4 and 5 maybe, I think it was. But that doesn't work with the melody anymore. It's nice, but not with the melody. But 1 works quite nicely. So we need to copy and paste this here. Oops. Let's go back. I think it's just the one, isn't it? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I can keep this. We can try this. When the loop goes around. Nah. See, no, that's too much. especially with that, with this. I need less. That's better. Less treble in there. It's too messy. We can kind of have it right at the end though. That's quite nice. Put it on 9. I think I need to override all of those really. Oops. Okay. Ah, that melody is really harsh. And there's too much treble on here now as well, really. Does that sound exactly the same? Obviously the little bits are different. We could try that maybe. Oops. I missed the loop. Okay. Again, I do have to change that melody at the start. Okay, there's too much going on. Let's get rid of these. Maybe we don't even need this rhythm in anymore. I mean, I guess we do really, don't we? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. There reaches a point when you're working on a bit of music where you just, yeah, it's pretty difficult to keep writing. Because this is too messy, right? I wish I hadn't overwritten that melody. Okay, well, it's been an hour and 40. I kind of wanted to do 2-hour streams, but I think because I screwed up that melody, I think it's fine to stop this one a bit short. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna cut the stream off in a second, but before that I'm gonna just explain why I'm doing the stream again, because some people joined halfway through and didn't catch the intro and the halfway through bit. So yeah, I'm doing the stream to kind of not only show my working process to others, because I do genuinely get asked quite a lot for save files and stuff, and that's cool to give them out now and again, but I can't keep giving them out to everyone, so, you know, sorry, but, you know, that's just the way I like to do it. So, you know, people can see... no, sorry, actually, not overwrote the melody that I hated. I overwrote one step of the new melody, and I need to go back. Yeah, probably just do need more bit. I've barely even drunk this. 2 sips. Yeah, so the whole point of the stream was to basically just yeah, get me writing regularly as well. So around an hour to 2 hours every week, which is fair enough because I do write when I can during the week anyway. But it would be nice to have a set point during the week where I'm just like, okay, this is my time to write stuff. It's nice to show people what I'm doing as well, and it's nice to talk to people on the chat and see what they have to say. You know, if I'm doing something amazingly stupid, you know, people can say, "Oh, Sam, you're doing something really stupid," or if I'm doing something really cool, or there's something that I should be doing, and experimenting new ideas and explaining stuff to people as well. That's really cool as well. And yeah, you know, I just thought, again, you know, I'm graduated recently, still looking for a job which I'm not gonna hate, basically. So you know, I'm living at home at the moment, and just, you know, I have the time. So, okay. So there's a guy called AA Battery, who I've seen on YouTube actually. Yeah, yeah, I recognize your channel, man. I'll subscribe. Uh, yeah. So yeah, the stream was basically just to get me writing regularly and showing you guys what I do. Any questions you might have about what I do or what you can do, I can hopefully answer, and I can fill up my YouTube channel with this too. No, it's totally not that. It's yeah, it's the first bits. But yeah, there's going to be a different stream on Sundays, which is all going to be about my visual software Mod V. You can look on my Instagram or just Google the word Mod V, like MODV, and you can see all about my audio-visual program Mod V. And I'm going to be doing a development stream every Sunday, around 2 hours again, just to again keep me working away at the issues that Mod V has, if any, at this point. Or just adding new features, tidying stuff up, building a better UI, etc, etc, etc. So that's going to be on the same time on a Sunday, so 8 p.m. GMT 0. And yeah, that was Andy Ashton, so people in the YouTube chat, that guy suggested I do some Mod V stuff, so I'm going to do that because I've been planning to do tutorial videos for a long time and just haven't done them yet, mainly because I'm not at a point in Mod V where I'm like, this is finished enough to be like, I can endorse people to actually use this properly. It does work, but I'd much rather it be finished a bit more before people use it. And yeah, I just want to say thanks to everyone that actually came and watched for this whole almost 2 hours, especially Ashley Whiteman, man. And yeah, and Andy as well. Yes, there will be more nanoloop 2 streams. So Mary Hamburg asked that in YouTube. Yeah, so this time... Oh, nanoloop 1 streams. Okay, so I don't particularly like nanoloop 1 that much. It's good, and people are making some awesome stuff with it, but I think for the moment I'm really concentrating on nanoloop 2. So I'm not going to be doing any nanoloop 1 streams myself, I'm afraid. Sorry. But I might occasionally dip into LSDJ, maybe, but I'm not really writing songs with the original Game Boy so much anymore. I will probably get back into it at some point. It's not that I'm not doing it forever, it's that I'm just, at the moment, I'm concentrating on nanoloop 2 because I like the sound and I produce some really good stuff with it, I think. So yeah, that's the reason why I really... Yeah, so anyway, so this stream will be every Thursday, 8 p.m. GMT 0. The Mod V stream will be every Sunday, 8 p.m. GMT 0. So yeah, thanks everyone for coming in. If you have any questions, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on everything, basically. Just search 2XAA. Yeah, so again, thank you for watching, and I will see you when I see you. Goodbye.